Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so today we're going to be learning about why the psychology of too much learning and not enough building. And the only reason why I say this is because most of you guys and me, we tend to learn too much on YouTube, TikTok, learn so much information, and then not doing anything with it. Like, don't you ever, doesn't that ever happen to you, bro? Like, why do so many people consume endless knowledge but never transform their lives? An exploration of the hidden psychology keeping us stuck in the learning mode. Like, bro, if you are always just learning, but not doing anything, not putting in the action, dude, you're not moving anywhere. You're not building anything. You're just gonna be in this phase where like your mind is always gonna be relapsing into just fucking failing because you're not building anything with that learning, anything that you learn. And this is crazy because, bro, I've been in this loop and I'm starting to break out of it. So, why do we learn so much but build so little? Millions of people spend years of consuming self-help books, attending seminars, and collecting certifications, yet their lives remain fundamentally unchanged. This phenomenon isn't about laziness or lack of intelligence, it's a psychological trap called analysis paralysis. Learning feels productive and safe. It gives us the illusion of progress without the vulnerability that comes with actually building something. When we read another book or take another course, we are risking failure, rejection, or the discomfort of being a beginner. And this, my friends, like if you don't ever be the student of life, bro. If you're just always trying to be the teacher or you're just always trying to be the head of everything, bro, it's like, dude, you need to understand that, bro. In this life, bro, you need to always be the student. There's always going to be people that are smarter than you, better than you, richer than you. There's always going to be better people above you, bro. And you need to learn as much from them. Learning helplessness and action paralysis. Psychologist Martin Seligman discovered the phenomenon that explains why intellect knowledgeable people remain stuck. Learning helplessness when we repeatedly face situations we can't control or experience failures we can't explain. Our brains begin that acting itself is futile. Like, that's crazy. Think about it. You wanting to do the work, and sometimes whenever you do the work, you have this sense of like not wanting to do it as much as you want to because you're not getting the reward instantly. And that happens with me a lot, bro. It's like, dude, it's like every single time I lose a trade, I'm like, dude, why the fuck do I keep trading? Or every single time I lose an account, why do I keep losing? Why do I keep like, bro? Why do I keep trading, bro? It's like, but like in the end, it's like you know if you keep doing it for long enough, if you like doing the work, if you just keep doing the work, learning and growing, not fixing your mistakes, like, bro, like you start to fucking learn and actually do the right things, bro. But it's just sometimes, bro, we get in that feedback loop, you know? It just comes and bites us in the ass sometimes. But this is the action freeze. Despite processing knowledge and skill, the mind convinces itself that building is pointless and inaction becomes the default response. Think about it, bro. Like, you would rather be in bed fucking just chilling and scrolling on fucking TikTok and just not doing anything with your life than fucking building your life and actually wanting to be the 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 kid in the background talk about, dear Bruce, is I forgot how it goes, but like, you know, he's over here recording in the Lambo, you know what I mean? Like, dear Bruce, and then like, dude, and then you have the urgency where it's like, oh, I want to be that person, you know what I'm saying? But then you're in bed, ain't doing shit. This is what I mean. This is why I'm trying to make these videos, man, to get my shit out of this shit and help you guys as well. So this is the cycle deepenings. The cycle deepens. The more learning becomes a subtitle for action and friction, the helplessness and creation, endless loops of consumption without creation. Breaking free, cognitive behaviors therapy, and intentionally reframe failures as learning opportunities can interrupt this path. Rebuild the belief that your actions matter. And the crazy thing is, bro, it really is just small, simple steps. Just start small. And like the biggest psychology breakthrough that you can ever do is just starting small, and then just keep doing over, man. Like, it really is that simple. But like, this is the thing, that like obsession with learning, blessing or a curse. For some, learning transcends useful preparation and becomes an addiction. The way to avoid this discomfort of real world challenges, the constant acquisition of knowledge triggers dopamine release, creating a neurochemical reward system that feels satisfying in the moment but leaves us empty in the long run. This compulsive learning creates a paradox. The more we know, the more anxious, the more we become about not knowing enough. The brain's prefrontal cortex responsibility of decision making becomes overwhelmed by information, leading to cognitive paralyzing rather than the confident action. And this is crazy too because, dude, I was in this loop for about like over like 2 years. When ever since I wanted to get in this self improvement journey, bro, I learned about everybody that I could, bro. Like everything, I was learning all this shit. I was agreeing to everybody that was saying online that you gotta do this, you gotta do that, And the crazy thing is, like, that took me, like, that prefrontal cortex of my mind, bro, that part got overwhelmed because I was just learning so much shit instead of actually building. Like, dude, the crazy thing is, like, even though it's been 3 years and like 4 months ago I became conscious about my life, like, now I feel like 2026 is gonna be the best year of my life. Like, I feel like 2026 is really gonna be the year where I start to actually gain money, when I start to actually build a foundation, where I start to actually be the best version of myself. You know what I mean? Like, I've always been trying, but it's like I think I already am the best version of myself. Like, it's crazy. I think I already reached it. You gotta wait for the external to reach my internal. There it is. The comfort zone trap. Learning keeps us in a familiar territory where we feel competent and safe. Avoiding the vulnerability requires something to build, something new. Too many framework strategies and conflicting advice creates decision paralysis. Analysis becomes a shield against commitment. Identity without evidence. We build an identity as someone who knows rather than someone who does, collecting credentials instead of creating results. Like, that's crazy, bro. Like, you could be learning from these rich people, bro, and learning a lot about these influencers, but it's like, if you really don't apply anything that they teach you, bro, it's just pointless. Like, it's crazy, bro. Like, how we've been tricked into believing everything that social media and everything that's been told to us, even the news. Like there's just so much shit in this world that we just been bamboozled. But this is how you're gonna break the cycle, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking the cycle from learning to building. Acknowledge without action is merely entertainment. Like, you literally entertain yourself by you telling yourself, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna get better. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do these things," but you don't actually do shit. The bridge between who you are and who you want to become isn't played with more books. It's built with imperfect action, iteration, and the courage to be a beginner. Like, that's the craziest part. Like, bro, be you really have to throw yourself in the water, bro, if you don't know how to swim. Like, you gotta just, if you don't know, you gotta just fuck it. You just gotta do it. You gotta dive in there. You know what I mean? Isn't it scary, you having these dreams, bro, and not being able to do them because you're just scared of failing or scared of being judged by people? Like, dude, that's the whole point of you trying to break the cycle of, learning to build. Like, dude, you have to be imperfect. You have to know, like, know what's wrong and what's good. You know what I'm saying? You have to look stupid on the internet sometimes, bro. Like, dude, like, that's how you learn from yourself, bro. It's just, you just have to just keep learning and growing. Like, that's literally how it is, bro. Launch the imperfect vision. Build the minimum valuable product. Begin with what you have, not with what you wish you had. That's one thing that I've struggled with too, bro. Like, I've always thought, like, maybe when I have a little bit more money, and I get my car, the SVJ, I start to actually have that penthouse, like, that's when people will respect me. But I feel like people will respect you more when they know your underdog story, and who you are becoming. Because, dude, let me tell you something, man. If you are rich and you're not actually aligned with who you are, bro, and you're aligned with the ego instead of yourself, like, dude, your ego will push you to get more money, yeah, but it's like, dude, he will lead you into a dark place where it's like your soul isn't even there, man. Because it's scary how the devil works, bro. It really is. Number 2, you gotta embrace the learning loop. Embrace the learning loop. Real learning happens through doing, building, fail, adjust, repeat. This is how mastery develops, not through consumption, but through creation. Like, just think about it, bro. Like, this should literally be your mantra, bro. Build, fail, adjust, repeat. Build, fail, adjust, repeat. Like, dude, you should be learning, building, failing, adjusting, and repeating. Like, dude, this is crazy, because this doesn't just go off of just reading books and just learning a lot life. Like, dude, this is about, like, everything in life, bro. Like, dude, if you just keep doing everything about life, not just about business, if you just keep doing everything good, walk in a way where you're just conscious, walk in a way where you're just so pure and loved and you have so much joy. Like, if you keep doing this every single day, like, bro, your whole life will completely change between, like, now in a week. Not even a week, in a day. You know what's crazy, bro? It's like all these people talk about, oh, you're gonna get rich in a year or 2 years. Like, dude, you can get rich in a couple fucking months, in a couple weeks, bro. You can change your life in a couple weeks, in a couple days. That's how crazy this life is right now. You know what I mean? Like, I've never understood, like, how the capability of our brains can actually fucking work, bro. But it's like, dude, if you actually lock the fuck in, and I'm not saying lock in just to, like, oh, do a little bit. No, learn about how the mind actually works, bro. Learn about how the consciousness, learn about Carl Jung, bro. So this is number 3. Select action-based goals. Replace learning about marketing with Require 10 customers. Shift from knowledge accumulation to measurable outcomes. Like, this goes to trading as well, bro. Instead of you just learning how to backtest, like, bro, go into the markets, put real money in, bro, and start to actually see how it feels to lose money, how it feels to be in the markets, bro. This is what it means, bro. Like, sometimes, bro, we're scared to actually just do shit. You know what I mean? But in reality, is like, dude, it's not the fear that's like, oh, you're scared to do it. It's the fear of you being judged, bro. Of you judging your own self. It's like you being the person that's like, oh fuck, I failed. You know, just having that mindset where it's like, I failed, I'm a loser. Like, bro, you can't do that to yourself, bro. Like, dude, that shit will eat you alive for a couple months, for a couple years. It will. But if you just bypass it, learn from your mistakes, actually be aware of what your feelings are teaching you, like, dude, your life will be straight, bro. Like, I promise you, man. But you gotta find the accountability, man. Share your goal publicly. Join communities of builders. Commit to deadlines that force action over endless preparation. Like, this is one thing that I haven't been doing. I haven't been showing myself publicly because, I've been locking in, bro, and I've been learning more about myself, man, because I've noticed that you just gotta get rid of everything around you. And that's why I'm literally building La Familia Markets. This is why I'm literally trying to build the company or best solution that I know is, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really want to just be the best. And I am really going to commit, man. I feel like in this world, you have to commit to something, bro, and I'm committing to actually just being the best. You know what I mean? And I will. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. Your life structure isn't built by what you know, it's built by what you do. So the more you learn, the more you do. The more you do, the more you learn. And you have to repeat this cycle, man, because, dude, your life is built by doing action. Build action. Do shit. Start to fucking do the work, bro. Stop learning so much about YouTube. Start reading the fucking books, dude. Put the fucking work in. Everything, like, dude, here's the crazy part. If you've been learning so much about YouTube, if you've been learning a lot about YouTube and how, YouTube been helping you out, or how you just been consuming so much information about just wealth or about anything about what you want to do in your life, right? If you're just consuming so much information, and I'm not even talking about brain rot, bro. I'm talking about learning and building, like, your life and structure. I'm like, dude, if you just keep learning and learning and learning, you're never gonna get fucking far because you're just being passive, bro. Like, your psychology is being fucking trapped. You know what I mean? Like, you have to do what you learn. And the crazy thing is, if you've been learning so much, get rid of social media. Get rid of all the books. Get rid of everything and start applying from what you already know. You know what I mean? Like, apply from what your perspective on life is viewing. Like, to explain whatever you want to do. You have to get rid of your subconscious state, bro. That's literally what it is. If you're just, it's because I feel like for most of us, dude, like, we're not even conscious, dude. Like, that's the reason why you're not getting far. You have to become conscious. Start learning from your subconscious, and then switch your subconscious to the conscious, and your mind will literally start to fucking fly. Like, bro, your brain will start to be like that, man. So, yeah, hope you like this video, man.